kept you for, George? I know you're anxious to make the train.
I have a taxi waiting outside.
I want that George give up his trip to Europe to help straighten things out for you these past few months. Good luck to you at school, George. Now, to get to the real purpose of our meeting, to appoint a successor for our dear friend, Peter Bailey.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to get to my real purpose. Can you just wait a minute? Wait for what? I claim this institution is no longer necessary in this town. Therefore, Madam Chairman, I make a motion to dissolve this institution.
George, you're the incomparable buzzard. Madam Chairman, it is too early after Peter Bailey's death just to go chloroforming this building alone.
Peter Bailey died 3 months ago. I second.
Very well. In that case, I'll send 2 executive officers to withdraw, please. But before you go, I'm sure the whole board wishes to express its deepest sympathy at the passing of Peter Bailey.
Thank you very much.
It was his faith and devotion that are responsible for this organization.
I'll go farther than that. I'll say that to the public. Peter Bailey was the building alone.
That's fine coming from you, Potter, considering you're the bully that drove him to his grave.
Peter Bailey was not a businessman. That's what killed him. Oh, I mean him no disrespect. God rest his soul. He was a man of high ideals, so-called. But ideals without common sense can ruin this town. Here, take this loan down to Ernie Bishop. You know, that idiot who seems to sit his brains all day in his taxi. I happen to know that the bank across the street denied that loan. Yet he comes here, and we're building him a house worth $5,000. Why?
Well, I've handled that, Mr. Potter. You have all of his papers right there, his salary, his insurance. I can personally vouch for his character.
Friend of yours.
Absolutely.
You see that? You shoot pool with some employee and you can come and borrow money. What does that cost? A discontented, lazy rabble instead of a thrifty working class. And all because of you starry-eyed dreamers like Peter Bailey filled their heads with impossible ideas.
Now wait just a minute, Mr. Potter. You're right when you say my father was no businessman. I know that. Why he ever started this cheap penny antique building alone, I'll never know. But neither you nor anyone else can say anything against his character. Why, in the 25 years since he and Uncle Willie started this thing, he never once thought of himself. Isn't that right, Uncle Willie?
You tell him, George.
He didn't save enough money to send Harry to school, let alone me. But you know, he did help a few people get out of those slums of yours, Mr. Potter. Now, listen, you're all businessmen here. Doesn't that make them better citizens? Doesn't that make them better customers? Now, you remember this, that this rabble you're talking about, well, they do most of the working and paying and living and dying in this community. Was it too much to have them work and pay and live and die in a couple of decent rooms and a bath? Well, my father didn't think so. To him, people were human beings, but to you, a more frustrated old woman, they're cattle. Well, in my book, my father died far richer than you will ever be.
I'm not interested in your book. I'm talking about the building.
I know exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about something you can't get your fingers on, and it's galling you. Well, I've said too much. You're the board here. You do what you want with this thing, but just one more thing. This town needs this measly one-horse institution, but only have someplace where people can go without crawling to Potter.
Sentimental hogwash. I want my motion.
Come on, Uncle Billy.
Boy, oh boy. George, oh boy. You should, his big mouth. You should have seen it.
What happened? We heard a lot of yelling.
Oh, nothing really. It's just that we're being put out of business after 25 years.
I can see it now. How wanted. Female.
You still want to hang around, George?
Yeah, I'll be right down.
George, you're already 2 weeks late for college. You don't want to be even more late, do you?
I just wonder what's going on in there.
Oh, nothing really. It's just that we're being put out of business. But it's okay. I can get another job. I'm only 54.
55.
The point is, George, is that you already gave up on your boat ride. You don't want to miss out on college too, do you?
I know.
George, they voted Potter down. They want to keep it going.
What?
But they've got one condition. Only one condition.
What's that?
And that's the best part. They want George here to be executive secretary.
But, Madam Chairman, Uncle Billy, he's...
Oh, as secretary, you can hire on anything you like.
Madam Chairman, let's get something straight here. I'm leaving.